Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. We're sewing carrots today. Be sure to let us know who you are and where you're from when you come in. Four and a half by 2.5. Okay. We are going to sew. We're going to work on while we're chatting this morning, this fine Sunday morning. Ooh, it's hot here in Florida. It's hot. It is. We definitely have our 1, 2.5. We definitely have our late spring, early summer, late spring. Late spring, because let's be honest, summer is going to be a scorcher. Weather going on. It's been in the 80s. Yesterday was in the 90s. She's toasty. And, oh. Hi, Donna. Hi, Angie. All I'm doing right now is I found a couple more orange fabrics to use for the carrots. And so I just figured we'd work on that today while we were chatting. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Okay. Okay. I have all kinds of news from the yard, from the garden. Hi, Stephanie. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. How are you? Trying out a new shade of makeup today. Oy. I like to stretch these things back out. Oh, I bet it is. Hi, Thelma. Thelma says it's hot and sunny here in Florida, in Vail, Arizona. Like an oven. Hi, Marie. Marie or Maria? I just did something that my mother does. I'll tell you about it in a second. All right, let me get my bearings here on this thing. So, we're doing the carrots today. And windy, dry, and overcast in Oklahoma. Yeah, that dry heat. I had somebody I talked to the other day who said she didn't like Maria. Maria. Okay, so let me tell you what my mother does. My mother does... Oh my gosh. Hi, Jean. My mother does this thing when she's trying to figure out the right pronunciation of a word or the right word to use. Hi, Leslie. Leslie, I always forget where in California. Remind me. Where she'll say, oh, hi, Marie. Maria? That. Oh my God. That's so my mom. Wow, do you find yourself doing that? Like something that your mom did or your dad did? People always talk about it when they have kids, you know, how all that comes out, you know, like you end up repeating the same things that your mother or your parents said. I'll give you something to cry about. Okay, let's be serious. We're supposed to be sewing. But sometimes, sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth because my throat was so scratchy. I find myself doing or saying or making things, or I'm making something and it reminds me of my grandmother. I miss her. Okay. On the back of a 3-inch fabric A square. Fabric A is white. Oh, Angela. I ain't got the white yet. What are we doing here? Gosh. I think I'm not trying to teach you anything. Because that would just be... wow. We need, we need a lot. Angela, come on. Get it together here. Acton. I know Acton. I grew up. Okay, yes, or the got outside and get money from the money tree. Yeah. So, Leslie is from Acton, California, near Los Angeles. Hi, Sandra. I grew up in a little town, not quite as small as Acton. I grew up in a little town called Rosemead, which, if you know Pasadena, if you know the Rose Bowl, the Rose Parade on New Year's Day, the Rose Bowl game, the Rose Bowl football game, if you know any of those things, those are in Pasadena. I grew up about 15 minutes from Pasadena in Rosemead, which is in San Gabriel Valley. Interesting fact. Which is also the neighbor to Rosemead is El Monte. El Monte, this is a fun yet useless fact. El Monte, if you know Panda Express, based in El Monte. The next time you go to Panda Express and get your Chinese food, look on the back of the packet of soy sauce and it will say El Monte, California. It's our claim to fame. And sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce, that used to be an El Monte company, and I think they moved. And I think they moved because, I think it was El Monte. El Monte? I think it was El Monte. Because everybody was complaining. People were complaining of the stink. Of the hot sauce stink. Permeated everywhere. Yeah. Okay. I think that's enough of that useless information. Where can I buy one of those trees? She would be referring to a money tree. Hi, Madeline. Trying to bring back my 23-year-old hydrangeas. Hi, Betsy. I was thinking about growing hydrangeas this year, but I spent most of my money, my floral money. But I did buy a little popcorn rose. Actually, Steve bought me a little popcorn rose. And I think I mentioned it last week, and I still haven't planted it yet. It's still living in the pot. Whatever. All right, we're working on the carrots today for the wall hanging, the signs of spring wall hanging, while we're just chatting about useless information. So that's where I grew up. Well, I am good. However, when I first responded, I sent that to someone else, if that tells you anything. It says a lot. Same brain. That's all I got. Take the cover off, Angela. I'm a Gen Xer. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, you have to save it. Oh, Madeline. Fingers crossed for Madeline's hydrangeas. Okay. We need 6 3x3. 1, 2, 3. I'm probably only going to get 1, 2, 3. 2 out of that. And if you've seen any of those funny little videos by those comedians that are Gen Xers, we 2, 4. Oh, we're just gonna make it. Yeah, we're just gonna make it because I don't think this is gonna work. 6, 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Let's do that instead. 1 1/4. I can see out of the corner of my eye the chat going crazy. We were told growing up as Gen Xers, during the summertime when we were home, for the most part, most of my growing up years, because my mom had little babies, my mom was home. When we were growing up and it was summertime, I'm telling you, by 7:30 in the morning, she was already done with us. Like, she was already like, get out, go outside. And there were times when she would lock the slider, so we couldn't go back inside during the day. She needed her mental health, so we played outside all day, and then we came in the afternoon. That was it. That was what we did. We did not sit inside. I tell you what, and I heard somebody say this the other day. You couldn't have. Most of this was before like video games even. There was nothing yet. You know, in the early years of me growing up. There was no I need 2 more there. There was no video games. And I mean, there was TV, there was cartoons on the TV that, on Saturday morning. But I'll tell you what, we didn't want to be inside. Oh, yeah. There's my last 3x3s. We didn't want to be inside. We wanted to be outside playing with our friends, raising havoc, riding bikes. In the summertime, we were in the pool all day. All day. Everything. We were just shriveled little messes when we came inside. We stopped to eat hot dogs. Processed meat hot dogs. That's what we ate in the summertime. Or peanut butter and jelly sandwich, cheese sandwich. That's what it was. And we didn't complain. It was a fabulous childhood. We didn't have allergies to everything. We liked being outside. Played in the pool. I can still hear my mother scream, oh my God, all day long. Close the door! Close the door! Yeah, Madeline. It was when it wasn't the deep part of summer and we were in the swimming pool. We were out front playing, and we lived on a cul-de-sac, which was fantastic because my parents really didn't have to worry about us being like out near traffic or anything like that. We stayed on the cul-de-sac. We didn't really have any desire to go beyond the cul-de-sac. We played on the cul-de-sac with our friends, riding bikes up and down the cul-de-sac. And when it started to get dusk, we were supposed to come home. That's it. Come in for dinner. When we were thirsty, we turned on the garden hose and we drank from it. I know. Daredevils we were. Gosh. It was a fantastic, fantastic childhood. 3, 4. I need 2 more. I really have Fond memories of my childhood. We made up games. We made things up. All right. Now, okay, let me see. Donna, sorry about your shorts. I have some green leaves and some leaves that look burnt. You know, Madeline, here's my thing. Hi, Diane. Be patient. If you've got some green on there, I say go with it. We lost, however, our orange tree, our tangerine tree that were 3 or 4 years in the ground. 3 or 4 years. And I covered them the entire time, the entire freeze of this winter. And I lost those. But I always wait. Sometimes longer than most people would. Because sometimes, they say, oh, forget it. That's bad. Give it a little time. Talk to it. Whisper to it. Madeline is nursing back to life with excellent results. Yahoo, Sandra. See, Sandra saved hers. Okay. Atari and Pac-Man were the thing. I was never interested. Yeah, meaning we didn't do video games. I had cousins that had, I think, Atari. See, I'm doing it again. Atari. Maria, did your mother learn from mine? Probably. Still no interest in all the rage games. Nope. And now we are realizing all of the problems that we are creating in our kids by constantly putting their face in a device, even in school. And we've managed to sell this. Hold on a second while I get on my soapbox. We've managed to sell this as this is how we have to teach our kids. This is how kids will learn. This is the only way that kids will learn. They have to have a device, an iPad, a laptop. They have to have these things. Not so much. Because right now, our children can't read. The reading scores for the last 3 or 4 years are, they're vomitous. Maybe stop with the devices. Hi, Loretta. Okay, we lived in Coney Island. My mother had a business, and literally across the road was the beach. It was great. Oh, that would be fantastic. Hot nights on. No one had air conditioning, and we all slept on the beach. Oh, fantastic. I grew up on a cul-de-sac, too. 19 kids total, 8 houses. Leslie, and all my adult life, we've just been in this hunt to try and get back to a cul-de-sac because I love living on a cul-de-sac. It was always quiet. We knew, I could still in my mind picture who lived. Some of the names I probably don't remember. Most of them I do. I can. My brain is rattling them up right now. That all the houses on there and who had kids. And if you screwed up or did something wrong at somebody else's house, that mom dragged your butt back across the street. That's cool. We had a pool too. Oh, I loved the pool. I don't know what we would have done without the pool. I think my mother would have probably been put in a mental institution if we hadn't had a pool. And I'm not kidding. I think she'd have been in the crazy place. Banana peels, eggshells. My neighbor has a banana tree. Sandra just said bananas. From Downton Abbey. Bananas. If you know, you know. Okay, let's Angela, focus. God. My ADHD seems to be raging this morning. Okay. On the back of a 3-inch fabric A square, draw okay, we're making more half square triangles. Half square triangles, half square triangles. Okay. G. Green. Oh, no. I haven't got the green. What have you been doing, Angela? What in the almighty name have you been doing? Golly sakes. Sitting around doing nothing. Tell you that. That's not 3 inches. That's obviously not 3 inches. You're not 3 inches. Oh, really? Oh my God. I'm making a mess here. Hold on. Hang on. Figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, we need to, let's just press this little piece a little bit so that I can use it. Okay. How many of these do I need? 3. I really didn't want to have to cut into this. I really didn't want to have to battle this big piece. Okay. Okay. How many? For the 6th time? 3. Okay. All right, now, can we please sew something? Okay, so we're going to do all of these. We're going to do 3 of these and 3 of these. All right, to make 6. Okay, wait, let me see that. How's your mom, Angela? I bet you're getting excited for her upcoming visit. She's doing very well. She's finally starting to get a little bit better control over her medications so they don't make her so sick. And yes, she is coming up end of June, very end of June, and she'll stay through August, like the 2nd or the 3rd, which is my birthday. The 2nd is my birthday and our anniversary. So that will be fun. I am excited for her visit. And then people are like, oh, where are you going to take her? We don't really go much of anywhere when she's here. We really don't. She loves to come and relax. This is like her little private resort when she comes. She sits in the yard. She sits by the pool. I get her magazines. She likes to read. She likes to just sit. She brings her dog. So they sit in the yard. We sit in the yard. She just is here, and because I work from home, but I still have to keep working. It's great because she putzes around the house. She loves it. Sleeps in, eats good food. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for asking. I do some dresses for my trip next year. Ooh, that's fun. Not much of a dress person. I never have been. They're not flattering on me. Anyway, I love that fabric, Angela. The green, I love this fabric. It's very reminiscent, has a very Mary Engelbreit feel. So if you like Mary Engelbreit, this has very much that same, the camera's trying to focus on it, has very much that feel. I just love it. Okay. We are taking a whole family vacation to St. Croix in 3 weeks. Holy cow, Betsy. How fun. Wow. Hi, Jacqueline. I could use a whole family. I could use a vacation in St. Croix. I could use a vacation outside of my county right now. We are going away this week for Steve's birthday. Sandra, amen. She loves just being here. That's really it. She just loves being here. Okay, we are going to go to the sewing room. Sewing machine. But hang on while I fix it. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, ready? Here we go. All right, laser. Bump it over. My hands are so dry. Oh my gosh. Okay, ready for this? We have bluebird babies. The babies, if you were listening, I think last week or the week before, I mentioned that we have, I think they're blue jays. I get confused between the difference between blue jays and robins, and so I think they're blue jays. Thank you, Diane. I'm excited. We're just going away for a couple of days. Anyway, they have babies, and a few weeks ago I mentioned that we thought that we were pretty sure she had laid the eggs because she was in there pretty nonstop. And then about a week ago, maybe a week, less than a week, we could hear the chirping. They hatched. Cannot wait to see them. I hope we get to see it when they. Okay. Is it hard to see around the camera? No, because it's a very tiny camera. It's very small. It's not the kind that most people use for this type of thing, but it is what I had, and so it is what I'm using. Usually, so you guys know that Steve and I are in the insurance, life insurance business. Shameless plug if you need life insurance. But we also do mortgage protection insurance, and anyway, we originally bought these little cameras because we had to show stuff that was on a document that was handwritten. We were showing things while we were writing them out, and so this camera is really what is used for that type of thing. So you can see, reverse the image, and all that kind of good stuff. So you can see what somebody's writing on an actual piece of paper in real time. Why did my foot lift up? That was weird. Angela, you gotta take it in for servicing. It's gotta go in for servicing. Anyway, but this worked perfectly for being able to show you guys, the machine view, because people were always like, we can't see what you're doing when you're sewing. And so Steve figured out that we could do that when we could use these. So it's perfect. Okay, there we go. That's better, I think. Okay, now it works out pretty well, doesn't it? It's a good view. Okay. Now, cut these up. Okay, what are we reading this week? I will add a link into a video this week. I'll have a video out probably Tuesday, and then I won't see you guys until next Sunday because we're going out of town. So on Tuesday's video, I will put out a video and I will link this camera if you like it. Not expensive at all. Really not expensive at all. And because of the way I'm busy right now, because of the way that it works, you can move it all over the place, and it's got all these little gooseneck features so that you can adjust it to where you need it. I really like it. And if you just slide it in front of your machine, you still have plenty of room to work whatever. If you're doing something big, like a big project that's going to hang down into your lap, you'd have to move it to the side, which is what I usually do. Okay. I'm going to press these. Reading. So, I mentioned last week that I finished The Kite Runner, which was just epic. Epic. And I am going to order 1,000 Splendid Suns, which I haven't done yet, but I'm dying to. And right now, I am reading something that was recommended to me by a mortgage person that I know, Don Winslow's The Force. Now, I have a disclaimer for you. Oh, Sandra, you're sweet. I will put the link for the microphone in there as well. It's DJI, but I have to look it up because Steve does all this stuff. I don't know. Clip-on one? Clip-on? Clip-on? Okay, I have a disclaimer about The Force. I am enjoying it. However, I love, what in the Sam Hill, I love a legal thriller, a police procedural type thriller or mystery. I love that kind of stuff. Love it. It's right. It was kind of only in part. Most of it we were very shielded from. But I grew up. My dad was a cop. My sister is a cop. My brother-in-law is a cop. We are a cop family. That being said, what am I supposed to trim these to? 2.5. That being said, it's book-wise. What am I doing here? Book-wise, it has a lot of that type of. Look at it. It has a lot of. This one is interesting because they're not necessarily all very good cops, if you catch my drift. Hi, Lori. And there's some, rough language and that kind of thing. So if that's not your jam, don't head down that path. I don't know about the rest of his books, but he has a history of law enforcement and that kind of thing. So it's very accurate. Let's put it that way. Not all. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't read his other books, but I'm kind of rambling here on trying to justify this book. It's a rougher language book. So if you're not into that, you'll want to steer clear, at least of this one. As I read more of his books, I'll let you know. But so far, enjoying it very much. However, the other dilemma is, I told you that I was just desperate to get Tana French's new book, The Keeper. I called it something else last week. I don't know what I called it. But it's The Keeper. And my sweet husband took me to Target. I talked about it on Wednesday night, but we were having some tech issues on Wednesday night, so it was a short live. My sweet husband bought it for me. We had a little excursion over to Target for a little walk around, see if there was anything we needed, and he found my book and bought it for me. Because he's always feeding my addiction. All right. Now. Okay, those are done. Done. Done and done. All right, let's see. Okay, I answered that. Finally got a library card, Jackie. Yahoo! Enjoy Libby. Because right now, it's taken some time. So some things, especially like really current stuff, you have to wait. You got to wait. It's just like waiting at the library. It's just like if you go to the library and you say, I want this book, and it's a new release or whatever, you're probably going to wait, a few weeks to get it. So I wanted the audiobook for The Widow by John Grisham, and it took quite a few weeks because they only had so many copies. So you have to wait your turn in line. Patience, my child. But it came in, and now I'm enjoying the audiobook, and it doesn't cost me nothing. Well, except my taxes, but at least I get an audiobook. Okay. Your alarm is calling. Oh yeah, my thing. 7. Oh. All right. Now, on the back of 2, these are the carrot tops. Okay. On the back of 2 1¼ by 1¼ white fabric A squares, draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. On the top left corner of fabric K, which is my orange. On the corner. Oh, we're just going to snowball these. Okay. I think we can handle that. All right, what are you doing today? What do you got going on? I'm going to, Steve's working. So I am going to finish getting the laundry, which I made some good progress yesterday. Oh my gosh. I don't know where all this laundry came from, but it took a little, no. This way. I know some of you were yelling at your screen. Turn it around, it's the wrong way. Okay, so we're going to go this way. And this way. Okay. I'm going to go to the sewing machine. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think on these I'm sewing on the line. Along the outer edge of the line. All right, hang on. So let's move the laser, the little beam back. Here's another good example of how I use this little beam. What's for dinner today? I'm sewing the Mesa Verde pattern by Villa Rose. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up. Dinner today is, I don't have to cook. We're getting Thai food. Steve's bringing it home. My mouth is already literally watering. I'm a yellow curry girl for Thai food or Thai fried rice. Every once in a while I get the noodles with that kind of savory sauce, those fatter noodles with broccoli and beef. But for the most part, I'm a yellow curry girl with the potatoes and the carrots and pork. Or I'll get the Thai fried rice with pork. No spice. The only spice I really enjoy is Indian spice. The laser is like on this where she wants you to sew kind of to the outside of this line. She wants me to sew just outside the line. The great thing here is that I can bump the laser. See, I actually just did it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's experiment with something here. Oh, no. Is I can put the laser down. It's not moving the needle though, Angela. Don't say that out loud. Okay. Never mind what I just said. So there are those moments where your brain just stops. My brain just completely stopped. Okay. I think this is what I want to do. It is. Okay. Okay. It's just about as outside of the line as I'm going to get. Okay. And Okay. Ah, that's right, Donna. Move my beam over to the left a little bit. Ah, there you go. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Wallet supplies. One of my projects waiting in the wings. Laundry finished. Laundry and finish prepping the class I'm teaching tomorrow. Dinner tonight is chicken street tacos. Oh, now my mouth is watering for street tacos. Yay for not cooking, I know. Listen, he could bring home dirt on rice. If I don't have to cook, I'm in. He says, do you want me to pick up? Yes. But I haven't finished yes, just pick it up. Pick it up and bring it home. And I just wait in the kitchen with 2 forks. That's all I got. That's all I want to do. I do not want to cook. And if I'm lucky, we'll eat right out of the containers. Okay. Let's just do a little trimmy trim on these. And then, in fact, 5 minutes ago, the dishwasher went off that was done. And now the laundry just beeped that it was done. Okay, let's open this up and see how this looks. Nice. Gosh, that's not bad, huh? Nice point on that one, Angela. Good ching. Okay. Want me to do that again? Angela. This is my cue that we're going to wrap it up for today. I sewed them on the wrong sides. This one was supposed to go over here. Not over here. Over here. It's supposed to go down here. It was supposed to be like this. Dear Lord. I just need you to give me back a couple of my brain cells. I don't know where they've gone. Just don't know. Somebody could have told me. Somebody could have said, hey, Einstein. Thank God it's small. Ah, there we go. Okay. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. No, it's not, Angela. Drink water. Honey, I could drink a gallon. Well, grasshopper, in every life a little rainbow. Yes, sensei. The only problem is I can't use this. I have to do the whole thing over again because I've now cut it. Wow. Just wow. Oh, well. Yes. In every... Okay, guys. Not perfect. Sandra, exactly. That's just precisely what happened. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Lori, that's cool. Well, congratulations on your new class, and we wish you the best, and your students. I hope they get as much out of it as you put into it. That's very cool. All right, ladies and gents. I think it's mostly ladies, but you know, I don't want to. Give us a thumbs up as you're heading out. I am going to go and do the laundry, do the dishwasher, and then go outside and put my feet in the grass for a little bit. And I'm not taking my phone with me. That's it. Just going to go and listen to the little baby birds. And that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you have a fabulous afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful morning tomorrow. I will see you, like I said, on Tuesday. And I'm making myself a note right now. And if I put it on the book, then I'm sure to actually take the note with me out of here. Which is that I will put a video up on Tuesday. And I will include links to the camera and the mic. Deal? Deal. Not that note. Not that note. Heavens, oh, I just need a little piece of paper. No. Thanks, Leslie. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being so engaging and lovely and wonderful. And there you go. Okay. Tuesday video, camera, and mic. Links. Okay. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Jeez, Angela, go drink some water. Have a fantastic day. Remember this above everything when you are in your sewing room. Only a quarter inch seam. Love you guys. See you later. Bye.